Rittenhouse didn't shoot any blacks. He wasn't attacked. Well, he was attacked. I don't think he was ever hit by a black. It was a black dude that was there, I think, with a skateboard. I don't know, but he didn't shoot any blacks. But the thing is, he was like black adjacent because he was patrolling the George Floyd protests. So that's why we're involved with Charlie Kirk, is because he was an outspoken, harsh critic of the black community. So obviously we're pulled into the fray with his assassination, because it could have possibly been one of the Negroes to have done it, even though we know that that's not our type of shit. It's still something that we could have been involved with because of his outspokenness against it. Still involved because, again, it's his outspokenness.
Man, to redirect the conversation, I have a question, right? Because we are hyper-focused on someone that's not here anymore and is creating a larger impact in his passing than he did when he was alive. But on our side of the fence, our side being anyone that is not pro-Trump, right? Do we have anyone that is our Charlie Kirk, that is actively recruiting, effectively recruiting the younger generation that's going to come in, the new blood? Like, do we
Dr. Umar.
Absolutely not.
Dr. Umar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dr. Umar.
I would think, like,
Absolutely no.
After seeing how impactful and effective he was and how pertinent he was to their campaign, that we would duplicate that or improve that and utilize it on our side at the same time. Like, you have to fight fire with fire. You can't just sit back and see, okay, they're obviously going to run that play again. That play is working. Matter of fact, they don't even got to run it again. They're going to improve and enhance what's already there. So we need to be doing the same thing so that we can have new energy, new blood, new people coming in on our side with fresh, younger ideas on how to campaign and market and reach a newer generation. We need to focus on that. I think that would be a better thing than to keep talking about somebody that's already done their job and is still doing their job in post-mortem.
And Gemini, will the Democrats have a person that wants to recruit young men? That's ultimately what it comes down to. And that's what Charlie Kirk did. That was his superpower, right? Because the man's dead now. I'm just giving him maybe a little teeny bit of flowers, right? His superpower was galvanizing young white males. And that's what the Democrats do not want to do. You know, they telling y'all, the white male or guys like BT, what they call it, masculinity, toxic masculinity. Oh, boys shouldn't play football. And that's the culture war that Charlie Kirk was fighting. I don't know if the Democrats want to ever do that.
Well, there's like a couple of key aspects that there's a couple of key aspects that a black person is never going to be able to duplicate, which is being that level of vitriolic on a wide platform, right? And be widely respected by the mainstream while being highly vitriolic. Number one. Number two, billion-dollar backers. So those are going to be like the two.
So all the Democrats are
opponents.
All the Democrats are broke.
The left has nothing
Well, I just take it that billion-dollar.
That don't make sense. Come on, bro.
One second, brother. I take it that billion-dollar donors aren't in the business of backing vitriolic black people for the sake of helping galvanize young black people.
All you gotta do is do the same thing. He was vitriolic, but
It's
the way
not
he
true. Jasmine Crockett got Alex Soros as his backer.
Is the way, like, he put the medicine inside the Kool-Aid, right? So if you watch the way he did it, like, he would have speakers like Nick Fuentes, who was openly racist and would tell you he's openly racist. And
Charlie
that's why he was openly racist.
Charlie, the gang was
Nick Fuentes was not allowed on campuses because he was so vitriolic. What Charlie did was he played the middle ground. So I'm not, a white nationalist. I'm adjacent to it, but I'm pro-Christian and everything else. Let me on campus, and then he would bring them in as keynote speakers. So they were on the same campus that would not have them there if it weren't for his platform, right? So I'm saying all that to say, whoever takes it up on the left side doesn't need to be vitriolic. They need to be tactful in the way that they launch out so that they can be palatable to mainstream. That has to be the goal from day one.
But it has to be authentic too, more than anything, Gemini. Kurt was his authentic self. It can't be like a fake, kind of phony Democrat. You know what I mean? You're talking
about. So let me just finish this real quick. You're talking about getting support in a way which is not acceptable as a black person, or I'm saying it for a white person is acceptable. He can be as vitriolic as he wants. He can tone it down and still play the racist card in front of you. A black person can't do that. There's no possible way that would be palatable on any mainstream level if you're being an extremist.
But it can be a white guy.
Basically,
it can be a white guy.
So now, we already have that. If you have black people who if you have somebody who wants to be a spokesperson to get black people behind them, as vitriolic as they can be in that regard, we already have that.
Give me a name. Give me a name, brother.
Of somebody that goes after black people. I think I said Dr. Umar.
No, I would much. It would be easier if you said Cornel West, but Dr. Umar,
all the typical names that do the same type of work.
Umar?
Wait, you don't think that those are people that get support from black people? I mean, you might not like him or respect him, but he's still somebody that's trying to get the job done.
The average
his level of vitriol. Look at his agenda. Look at his level of vitriol.
Not Dr. Umar. He managed money bad.
Here's the issue. His agenda, his level of vitriol is probably what got him no funding. Had he been a different race with the same agenda, he would have got the funding. But because he's black, because he was so revolutionary, that's why everyone stays away from him.
Yeah, I would definitely say more so Cornel West versus Dr. Umar. Like
Cornel West is 70.
But also here's other thing. And before I go into this other thing, let me say this too real quick. So I was correct. Before Charlie Kirk turned 35, he could have ran for president and got elected. Just plug the numbers in, and I'm gonna leave right there. Put it in the chat. Talk to me back on the stage. However it goes. So now let's go back to this conversation, right? Bro, if we talking about Umar, this is what we gotta understand. When it comes to voting, and when it comes to the House, and when it comes to the Senate, this shit is a monopoly. It's a monopoly. Tell me, outside of the early 1800s, late 1700s, and we know why these people won, who ran off a third party and actually became president? Nobody. I answer it for you. Nobody. That's because this whole voting system is a monopoly. Because once you're at the independent level and you're in a certain state, guess what you still got to deal with? You still got to deal with the House and the Senate. You still got to deal with the Democrats and Republicans. You got to pick a side. If you want to be president of the United States, I'm sorry to say it, you have to pick a side. You're going to run as a Republican or a Democratic. That's it. There's no in between. There's no gray areas. There's nobody you can tell me in history before that like solely just did an independent campaign and became president outside of what I just said. So, that's just how this shit is set up. It's a monopoly, and it's fucked up, but this is the world we live in.
But to Gemini's original question, I'm gonna say the Democrats loosely, right? They don't have no one that's 31 years old, first of all, right? That can galvanize Generation Z, right? I'm trying to think outside myself, right? Think outside the stage. That side don't have it, right? They're not galvanizing young men. We know who they're galvanizing, right?
That's literally my point.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They don't have nobody of the equivalent.
A weak point, then it needs to be addressed. That gap needs to be filled. We need to have someone that can go out there. They need to have some financial backing and go out there and target a younger audience and bring in new blood. Like all of our military institutions, our police academies, everybody, they always are actively recruiting young guys, younger generations. Like that's a mandatory thing for us to even maintain our position as the number one military source as far as nations go, right? We have to actively, that's one of the things Trump did do is, since he's got in, I don't know if y'all do know that, but the police numbers and the military numbers have shot up, right? That's what the Democrats, in my opinion, need to do is to target a younger audience and have someone out there that can do it. Like, we've seen the impact Charlie had, cool. Now we understand that. Now we need to move in that direction so we could do that for us. So we have a newer generation that's ready to take up arms and move forward and push the line. Like, we need that.
And did somebody put up Westmore as a possibility? I mean, we have a lot of people in the Black community, but we just don't have, they just don't have the backing. So maybe we should start backing some of these people. There's that young man who is out of Florida, the youngest African American in Congress. That young man, I can't think of his name right now. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Are you talking about Frost?
Yeah. Yeah. He's a very articulate, focused young man, and he could be a leader in leadership for our community. We have a lot of people who qualify, but they need to be backed. As Charlie Clark was backed by billionaires.
Why he's able to drop out of college. But let me ask you this though, Lisa. Let me ask you this, right? Do you think, from the Democrat side, that the person needs to be a young Black male? Don't you think it'll be just as effective or impactful to have a white guy do it as well? That the race doesn't play as big of a role as the recruitment, the effectiveness of the role of a recruiter that they have, right? Like if we're looking at the racial demographic of the country, you probably would be better off using a white guy to do it, honestly, because who makes up the majority of the country? You can't just go after the minorities. I'm not trying to get a bunch of Black people in here. I'm trying to get a bunch of people overall. As many people through the doors as possible, every fucking nationality.
Who breaks the tie? Who breaks the tie, though, Gemini? Let's say white America and the United States is split 50-50 on their beliefs on who they should be in office. So now who breaks that vote? Who's a tie-breaking vote at that point? Black America, right?
We Right, but we got to get to that point. So let's get there. That's what I'm trying to say. We need to get to that damn point. So we need to use whatever tool. Like you can't. I don't care about the color of the tool. It could be purple, as long as they can get us there and bring new people in. And they're effective, and we see the numbers, we see the stats and facts. Then that's what we need.
Well, we still need somebody because young Black kids need a Black man to look up to emulate. We can't have. Unfortunately, I hate to say this, we can't have white people being our leaders on a local community level. That doesn't make sense to me.
I agree with you. So what if we do what they did? Because
we got
like that.
A bunch of races.
All of their crime rates dropped. All of them.
Hey,
from Alabama, Birmingham to Chicago to Baltimore. So we're doing that, Lisa.
Lisa, when Kirk partnered with Candace, I think that's what he was doing, right? So what if we did the same thing? It don't have to be one. We could have a pair. We could have a Black and a white that work in tandem.
And that'd be great. But it's just, to me, that's the problem we're having in our community right now. That our youth need to be able to look up and see the leadership, see the success, and the pure reason that they no longer or haven't been teaching American history that includes Black achievement has been a problem. And then we don't do it in our own. I'm not saying, when I say we, don't put this jacket on you if it don't fit, in our own household. So now that we know that there's going to be a possibility of it being deleted throughout our school systems, we have to be a little bit more vigilant on showing our children that there's nothing that we can accomplish, and look where we've come thus far. We've come so far, and we have a lot to show for it. It's just not we're stuck in a dependency stage and on some plantation we can't move around. I've said it once, I'll say it twice. We have excellence in every field in this country, from A, astronauts to Z, zoologists. You're going to find a Black person who is achieving in excellence, not marginally, and don't even require affirmative action.
Are you racially obsessed?
Oh my God, here you go. I thought you were not talking to me. What happened?
Don't interrupt.
No, I don't mind talking to you.
I can't. I'm not gonna.
I'll drop him. I'll bring him back, but he's gonna have to wait till you finish what you were saying. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that, yeah, and to answer his question, yes, I am. Because you know why I am? Because I'm supporting my people. I'm supporting my community.
It's called the American people, stupid.
That's what we've always done as Black women. It looks like we have to keep on doing it. So if anybody has a problem with it, that's on you. Don't make your insecurities my problem.
With black, right?
Lisa, I don't have a problem with you. I don't mind talking to you. Lisa, I don't mind talking to you. The only reason I left the room the other night is because you were swearing every other word, and it was disrupting my spirit.
Okay,
Moving forward,
Man, fuck your
I wasn't
spirit.
done talking. Excuse me. Now the other thing is, your people. Okay, there are black people that you don't care for, like a Candace Owens. You don't care for her. So what I'm saying is there ain't no such thing as my people are black. It's my people are people who are aligned with my way of thinking. So you need to stop with this racial approach and look at it in terms of your people are people that agree with you and that you're aligned with. Candace Owens ain't your people. Mr. Coonologist over there on the Supreme Court ain't your people. It ain't a black thing for you. It's about how they think. So you need to keep it all the way real with yourself.
Okay,
and stop making it seem like it's about race when in fact it's about how they think. Tell the truth.
Don't tell me how I think. You're not in my head and you're not in my bed. So you don't know how I think. I'm telling you, I've always uplifted black people. Now, when they're not uplifting and being positive to the race, to the community, you get none from me. You definitely get none from me. But when they're in line with what we need to have done in our community, our tangibles, like you guys like to say, what we need to have accomplished, then everybody is.
No, that's he is right about that.
Oh my God! I don't care
Don't
what
interrupt her, bro.
you guys speak for
Let her finish what she's
you
saying, bro.
guys cannot.
Let her finish what she's saying.
Let her talk and
Speak
shut
for
up.
yourself. You're not gonna overtalk me.
I'm shooting niggas if y'all over talking her. That's what it is.
Come on, let Lisa speak. Let her get her point across, fellas.
I don't speak the whole night. Then y'all niggas want to come off mic and interrupt me. Let me tell you something. Speak for yourself. Don't come on this stage and speak for nobody else because you don't know them. Speak for yourself in the first person.
So is Candace Owens your people? Is Candace Owens your people? Like you said, your black people? All right then. So don't say it's about black people. It's about people that you agree with.
I just explained to you about that, and you're like I said to you the other night. You don't listen to absorb. You don't listen to appreciate. You don't listen to engage. You only listening, waiting for your chance to contradict on shit that you haven't even gave the whole conversation any type of consideration. You didn't hear the second part of what I said.
I jumped in the room. I apologize.
Yeah, you definitely did.
When I heard you say, the only reason I jumped in like that is because I heard you say black people are excellent in every area, which is true. But then you went on to say that my people in this, your people ain't black. Your people is. I didn't even hear what you said. What did you say about people like Candace Owens?
Never mind.
Why would you make a comment? Yeah, you ain't listening. Then you gonna make a comment about something you ain't even hear.
Candace Owens ain't her people. Candace Owens is not her people. So what is she talking about?
Man, watch out.
So did you hear what she said or didn't you?
No, that's why I asked her to repeat it. Please tell me again.
Hear shit.
You can just call me an idiot.
No, I would never call you an idiot. What did she say about Candace Owens and Coonfinity over there on the Supreme Court? What did she say about Clarence Thomas?
Bro. You was coming off mic
What she
for no
say?
reason. It don't matter. Now we all know you come off mic for no reason.
Represent black people.
Remind me what she said. What did she say?
You should know because you started snapping, right? So if you don't know,
No, I was just trying to figure out what she said. I didn't hear what she said, brother. Can you repeat it?
You should be the one to be able to repeat it because you came off mic snapping, right?
Okay, but can you repeat what she said since you heard it? Because I didn't hear what she said about Clarence Thomas and people like Clarence Thomas and Candace Owens. I didn't hear what she said about people like that.
Okay,
but he was right. You started talking about it before you started. You came off immediately, just like I said. You guys. I said it clearly. He doesn't listen to understand, doesn't listen to consume, and doesn't listen to consider. You just want to just pick off and have an argument about stuff you admittedly say you ain't even heard. So how you?
I apologize. I came in the room and I did start stepping up. I apologize about that. But I'm seriously trying to understand because you said black people are your people, and I'm trying to figure out what carve out do you have for people like me, Candace Owens, and Clarence Thomas. What did you say about people like that? Are they your people?
I I align.
What did you say about people like that?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna repeat it. When we have people who don't align with what the good of the overall good of the black community, then I don't align with them. And is there anything more basic that I could tell you, make it more simple, put it where the goats can get it? That's just plain. Because even from the time we got over here, and all y'all know, somebody was putting about Harriet. Forget, not even Harriet. What was the first rebellion? What was the guy who held the rebellion? It's late for me, y'all. He had people who were talking. Yeah, come on. We're not going to bring them all. So let's not be uncomfortable with leaving the who want to be left behind because they think the master's water is colder. I don't have a problem with leaving them behind.
So then why don't you say I'm for the black people that agree with me instead of saying I'm for all black people? Because that's
it's not agree. I said my community. I don't know if I. What am I? Am I speaking? Am I? Speaking,
why are you? So do you consider people like me in your community?
Understand? I said
do you consider people like me in your community? Am I in your community?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, y'all.
Am I in your community, Lisa?
No, you ask yourself that. Don't ask me.
I'm asking you.
Because I'm not in your head. Do you think
I'm asking you. Am I in your community?
I asked you, do you think you're in the community?
I don't know what you're talking about. You said my
now
people.
You don't know what I'm talking about. Okay,
you said my people. Who is your people?
Okay, listen, Manfinity, I'm not going to have this.
Of course you're not, because you jibber jabbing over there. You double talking and you jibber jabbing, and you can't even make sense of what you own.
You just see you yelling. You just want to come in and get attention. You got your attention. You're yelling and screaming. You got what you came for. I am not going to upset my spirit tonight, knowing that your intentions are not even pure, that this conversation is not even one that you really want to have. You just want to be seen. So come up here and get seen. That's all I can tell you right now. Y'all bring them up. Y'all, you can have a conversation with somebody in.
I ain't trying to take nobody's spotlight. I just asked you a question.
Nobody needs spotlight. Nobody needs the spotlight. We having a very.
Well, you jibber jabbing and double talking, and I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're not even listening. You're just talking to try to be seen, bro.
We both talking. I ain't trying to be seen.
We've been having a very great conversation for hours, and here you come.
Until I came, right?
No, the disruption is unnecessary. If you want to join in the conversation, feel free.
I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
It was literally until you came, though.
Oh my God.
It was literally until you came, though.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it simple.
Hey, it's been,
either you join in, stay on topic on the conversation. Oh, give me 1 second, State. Give me 1 second, State. State, 1 second. Either you join in on the conversation, stay on topic without trying to center yourself. I'm removing you from the room the next time you do it, bro.
I can't help but center myself. Everything I say is
it is what it is. I said what I said, bro.
And I said what I said too.
Where were we?
Okay, so can we move the right around? Who was speaking? There's somebody speaking so eloquently before we.
Yeah, somebody was speaking. I was trying to remember where were we.
Yeah, that was me speaking so eloquently, but I forgot what I was saying.
No, I don't think she's talking about you, Stay. I really don't.
Oh, child. So
I see the homie TC joined the stage. What's up, TC?
Oh, okay.
What's going on? Yeah, man, it's crazy out here. I think the left has finally lost its mind, and it's plain for everybody to see. Listen, I think you guys have kind of wrestled with this concept of American freedom, and you've realized that you don't want freedom. I think you realize you want a type of anarchist type of freedom, where if rules are according to you and everybody follows your rules, you're happy. But when somebody takes the First Amendment and they say things that you don't like, now they're racist and anti-American and anti-black and all this other stuff. You guys don't want America. You want an idea of America that fits your biases and your prejudices. But you don't want America, because America is a big enough space for a multitude of opinions, whether they agree with you or not. You guys like to mute put them down in the audience if they don't agree with you. You like to shout them down if they don't agree with you. You like to censor them if you don't agree. Look, it's happening right now. You're triggered. You don't want freedom of speech. So when a guy like Charlie Kirk comes around and he commits you guys, he commits you guys. When a guy like Charlie Kirk comes around and commits to the First Amendment principles that this country was founded upon and challenges your presuppositions and your perspective on the world, you come away thinking he's a racist and he's a bigot and he's a misogynist and he's anti-black. No, he's not. He's just not agreeing with you. And if you come to a debate with him and he has a more informed position and you walk away with a bit of information that you didn't have before you came to the conversation, you don't denigrate him. You don't try and celebrate his death. You don't celebrate his assassination.
I got next.
You what you do is you realize that, damn, this is America. This is what America looks like. This is what I get when I get America, which is why this guy is celebrated. They had a vigil for him today in D.C. at John F. Kennedy Center, and I'm so glad that there are people that are coming to Christ because of his witness. Thousands of people have agreed to go to church today simply because of his witness. So that demonstrates that there's no amount of silencing on the left that can cause people to essentially reject the faith. People are coming to the faith because of Kirk.
Wrap it up, bro. Thank you.
Okay. I wanted to respond to that.
That was amazing.
So, I've been paying attention to politics since I was about 16 years old. And I'm going to give you an example, right? I didn't agree with a lot of the things that John McCain said. Stout Republican conservative, right? But I never walked away from hearing anything John McCain said to say he's racist. Nothing he ever said that I heard would lead me to believe that he's racist. So that shit's on that point, right? Because it's many conservatives that I've heard speak throughout my life that I cannot cleanly say are racist. I just wonder what goes on in you kind of folks' heads to what makes you want to bow down to these people so much. Do you want to feel included? Is that your way? And I notice on your PTR, you have multiple pictures of Dak Prescott, which would make you a Cowboys fan, which would make me understand why why you think the way you think.
Stay on subject.
I did stay on subject. The team that he likes proves his personality.
Man, stop making it personal, yo. That's why y'all lose debates.
You look like that side on the card that you're
on, there's too many people talking. So, I know Jim and I want to jump in. You want to go ahead, Jim and I?
I mean, go ahead. I'll come on.
Respond to that slander.
Okay, so what the thing about it is, first of all, I like the way you guys come in here and announce what we're thinking. There's no one in here celebrating anything. Maybe you were celebrating and you don't want to say it out loud. So I think you should speak for
yourself. I don't have to announce it. You announce it for yourself.
No,
what I got to
announce shit. You ain't heard me say nothing about celebrating anything. There's nothing in the title. There's nothing that came through my mouth. Play the clip of me celebrating anyone's death. I'm in the business of healing. I don't celebrate death. So I wish you would speak for yourself and stop speaking. You guys come in here all the time. We don't go into your spaces and start speaking for you. I come in here and I say what I say, and I stand by what I say. I never said anything about this man celebrating his death or nothing. What we've been doing is making sure that history is being recorded correctly, so there won't be no misinterpretation of who this person is. And I don't give a damn. I don't agree with you, but I'm not going to celebrate anything happening to you. I don't agree with a lot of people, but I'm a grown-ass human being. I'm an adult, and I know how to carry myself as an intelligent adult. I don't need to pander. I don't need to kiss nobody's ass. If somebody says something I don't like, I don't need to fuck them. What in the fuck is wrong with y'all? I said that some of the things that he says I don't agree with. And just like he has the right to say them, I have the right to disagree with them. And there we are. So what's next?
Well, I think you interplay we and I. When you're defensive, you say I. When you're offensive, you say we. And I think if you take an inventory of how you use the words we and I, you'll realize that you're actually defending yourselves when you say I didn't do it, but then you say we don't do this here. Yes, you certainly do.
I don't care what you think. Because you're going to think the worst no matter what. Okay, now you're trying to tell me which pronouns.
You don't know how I
Yes,
think.
his friend
Well,
just
you don't know
matter
how I think,
recognized.
so don't do that. It's not a one-way street.
So let me hop in there. And I can witness this. When people did come in and celebrate, she immediately reprimanded them.
Great, but that's my point. When she says we don't do it, she's speaking for a group. When she says I don't do it, she's speaking for herself. So which one is it? Is it we or is it I?
Exactly what we
Because I know I was certainly in this room and they were celebrating her
All
as
right,
that.
we'll put a name on it, TC. Put a
Hold on. Give me 1 second. TC.
Brooklyn is one.
Okay, there I was about to say who else? Hold up. You said they.
the other one.
Brooklyn did. We conceded that, and she got pushed back too. Brooklyn, no, she's not in here.
All right, so then that's not
Who's
relevant.
the other one?
So who, TC? Who's the they? You can't make that statement and not substantiate it. Who's the
Excuse
they?
me, when I said you, I was talking to the group because when Lisa says we, she's talking
You just
for
said
the group.
they. When it said they were celebrating.
When it's tolerated, it becomes tacit consent of the entire group.
It wasn't tolerated. Matter of fact, hold on for 1 second, Just give me 1 second. TC. Brooklyn recently has been standing in the goo because it was pushback, and she goes, I get it, I'm too volatile for the stage. Because she received pushback about saying that type of rhetoric, right? So, again, I'm going to ask you, who's the they? Put names on it that's been celebrating his demise in the room.
I gave you Brooklyn and name a few. If you guys
There's the only person who's been in the group.
Hold on. If you guys chastised her for celebrating, then good for you. But if the shoe fits, then wear it. I understand Lisa has a position she stands on that she's not doing it. I can respect that position. But I've been in this room plenty of times where I've heard the celebration, and I personally
Name another person.
offense to it.
I don't like to lie, especially.
I'm not lying. I was here. I was here when it happened.
When did this man die? Can somebody give me a date?
Wednesday.
Okay, so today is now Sunday. I have only had one room since then. So how many times have you been in here? And the replays are up. How many times have you been in here and you've heard people celebrating?
And you know what's funny?
Moving on.
No. We're not going to move yet because he chastised you for using we and I interchangeably. But he does use they accurately and only has named one person.
I've come in here plenty of times, and his death has been celebrated.
Plenty of times with one room.
By who?
It was only one room since the death happened, so you came here plenty of times.
By who, TC? Name. Was it me? Did you hear me do it? Who?
I just gave you the name. I just gave you
they. That's a name. You said they.
One is singular, dumbass.
I'm giving you the name. Group. When I say you, I'm talking to the collective group because there's tacit consent. When I hear somebody celebrating it and it's permissible and there's no pushback in the room, when I was here specifically, there was no pushback.
You're talking about
that gives tacit consent for somebody else to participate. And I don't know what chastising happened when I wasn't here, but that didn't happen.
Can't nobody get chastised first off. So you could just say what you don't like.
I didn't say we chastised Brooklyn. That's not what I said.
You say another name besides Brooklyn. You said they. They is plural.
You was celebrating it.
As I said,
Bitch, when
I'm speaking you in general terms.
Hold on, because I'm finna fuck your bitch ass up.
I love. He did not.
Yes, he was.
I'm gonna fuck
Right,
your bitch ass up. Is that the tolerance of the left?
Tell me what I said,
He
because
was
now
talking
bitch,
a gang of
you're
shit
finna make
about
an enemy.
Charlie
Now
Kirk
bitch, you're finna make an enemy, so you better be motherfucking accurate. Because bitch, I had a motherfucking
You talking about calling him a racist? You was calling him all these names and shit. Matt G. Both of you.
Bitch, you was a fucking racist. That's not celebrating his death. You fucking lying bitch.
Don't get fucked up, bitch. Oh, he's a racist.
Don't get fucked up.
Oh, you out of your body now, huh? Because you know it's true. You was calling him all these names.
I'm gonna beat you out your body if you keep on
you
fucking
was calling
with
him
me.
all these names.
Hey, just give me 1 second, brother. Like,
you playing with the wrong one, bitch. I'm for real. I'll twist you up out your shit.
Just, you ain't gotta get out your body. Let me handle it, Just.
Playing with me,
hey, just give me 1 second, brother. Omari, he asked you, when was he celebrating his death? Your response to that, right? Because I want to stay on topic. You're not going to worm your way out of this shit. Your response to that was he was saying some negative remarks about Matt. He didn't ask you about Matt. He said, when was he celebrating Kurt's
Who said
death?
Matt?
That's the question.
Matt? Who's talking about Matt?
We're talking about, okay, that's what I heard you say. When was Just celebrating his death? Because I didn't hear Just do that at all.
So in the rooms prior to, not in the 420 rooms, in the other rooms, they was talking about, oh, he's a racist, he's a piece of shit, he was this, he's that.
A lot of people have said there's a difference.
Was the day he died.
Omari, I want you to be able to differentiate because you're intelligent. I want you to hear me. If somebody disagrees with someone else's rhetoric, that's a lot different than celebrating their demise. If you say, I don't believe in what he was saying, I believe he was X, I believe he was Y, I believe in Z, you have a right to have your opinion about that person. That's a lot different than ding dong, which that's way different.
He said, I don't give a fuck that he's dead.
Indifference, that's still not celebrating.
Show me where I said it. And Omari, let me tell you something. You playing with the right bitch, but you got the wrong fucking idea. I'm telling you right now, I'm not the one to play with, bitch. I'm not. You play tag with all these motherfuckers. You patronize all these other people. I'm the wrong one to play with. You saying some very flagrant shit, and I'm not the fucking one. So you better say what I said verbatim, bitch. Recording it, because we're gonna take this to task, you bitch. I got your fucking ass, bitch. So repeat it. Come up off mute, bitch.
Pussy.
I'm just say that he.
No, hold up, Ray. I'm gonna give this bitch some time. Come up off mute. You made a very bold claim, so come up off mute, support your claim, and state what I said verbatim.
Respectfully, anybody coming out there might getting shot. We're leaving between Jess and Omari right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Man, I said what you said. You were.
All right, repeat it verbatim.
I don't even verbatim. You knew what you were saying. You act like you were not being all like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry to hear this man died.
Bitch, I don't gotta do that shit.
You were not. You
I don't
were
have
not.
to do anything.
You were laughing.
I was the first one. I was the first one who said I don't enjoy people getting killed. That's not my style.
That's evil.
I don't have to like him. I don't have to think he was cool. I don't have to think he was not racist.
Similar, bro. Like you don't go.
You are getting sued, ho. You're getting sued. I'm going to make an example out of your bum ass. I promise you I am. I promise. He is a racist, and so are you.
You were calling him names after he died. That's basically celebrating.
Bitch, that's not basically celebrating.
Okay,
I promise you. You're gonna pay for the words that came out your mouth.
Just let me give me 1 second. Omari.
Hold on.
Omari.
He just admitted he called him.
I promise you, you're gonna pay for everything you said.
Okay, fine.
Hey, Omari, I want you to hear me.
Bitch, I'm gonna rip your ears out the side of your head.
Omari, listen. Saying a name, right? Let's say, I'm gonna use a random person because I won't even deal with Kirk. Let's say Jamal died. And later on, I'm like, you know what? Jamal was a real fucking racist. That's not me celebrating his demise. Me celebrating Jamal's demise sound like, yay, Jamal is fucking dead. Fuck that nigga, I'm glad he's fucking dead. That's me celebrating his demise. Me saying, you know what, I always thought he was an asshole. It's a big fucking difference. That is showing I have disdain, I might not care about it, but that is not celebrating. You know what celebrating means, right? That word means you're excited, you're rejoicing, you're just loving that moment. There's a big difference in saying a name or saying this is how you felt about said individual than celebrating.
I don't see it that way.
I don't see it that way. You think it's funny to play with people?
One second.
You think it's funny to play with people's livelihood? Nigga, fuck you. I promise you, this shit ain't funny, you fucking cracker. I'm going to serve you, bitch. I promise you. You play with the wrong motherfucker. You won't never get a room around me. You won't put on. I promise you, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You won't never get in a room with me. You won't never get in a room with me. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
You admitted to that.
Fucking hoe ass nigga.
You gonna sue me for your racist statements?
Yes, bitch.
Okay.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes.
You do that. Your racist
for defamation of character. Yes, I'm going to sue.
For your racist statement after a man was shot and killed.
Yes.
Okay. You do that.
Bitch, I can say whoever is racist.
You want to call him all these
crazy?
names after
Do you understand what country we live in?
The day he died, you calling this man all these names.
He's a race, and I'm calling him that today.
Hey, Omari, you understand that he said that Martin Luther King was a cheater and everything else, and this man was already dead, right? He didn't celebrate his death. So was that celebrating his death? He absolutely still stated his opinion about people that were already dead, right? So if the same thing happens on ours, but you don't call that out, we're with them. But when somebody else has an opinion about him, then all of it, because he's passed, all of a sudden it's celebrating. How can he not have an opinion? It doesn't matter. It's still after his death, regardless. It's still after his death. It's still after his death. Is he alive? Is it Martin Luther King alive?
If he would have did that, if anyone would have did that when Martin Luther King, the day he died, guess what would have happened? That person would have been crucified.
No, they wouldn't.
We would have been angry.
What?
I would have been.
Does anybody understand what I'm saying right now? I'm just curious.
You don't do that when people first die. Some years ago.
You don't do that when people first die. That's just evil.
You are a hoe, bitch.
That is evil.
That's why your family is fucked up. That's why you live. That's why you live with 30 motherfuckers in your house, and your kid don't listen to you.
Doesn't matter.
That's why you got a baby out of fucking wedlock. You fucking pathetic bitch.
You're evil.
You're evil. You're evil, and your son can't keep his dick in his pants. You fucking
hoe. You're evil. And you're
I
evil.
hate you, bitch.
And I said it. You're an evil piece of shit. That's what you are. You're evil.
And you're not of God, and your child isn't of God. Bitch, you have a grandson that was born out of wedlock. Bitch, you're not of God. Bitch, you ain't never been of God.
I don't know how you
ain't about God. God don't love you, and he don't like you.
You've always been this evil for many years.
Bitch, I'm very evil to bitches like you. You fucking black rat, bitch.
You've been the worst type of person. And
yeah, bitch, I am the worst type of person. Motherfuckers like you, I'm the worst type of person. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. DEI, bitch.
Hold up. Culture chill. Look, I'm gonna say this right now. This is why do y'all give these punk ass niggas like space to be punk ass niggas? Like it was completely.
You won't get another chance. I'm gonna be up bright and early in every room to block your bitch ass out. Bitch, them funny looking ears won't never hear another word.
Like look, man. I remember when my grandma had dementia and we stopped letting her do the prayer at Thanksgiving because we would be there for 20 minutes talking about Job and Noah and all that. Just took the mic away from her.
No, Ray,
please do this.
Man, this man allowed this.
Ray, hold up, Amari. Ray, hold up, Amari.
He would hang me on the street.
Hold up, Amari. Ray, you have a point. But there's people like TC, where TC usually, even though I don't agree with a lot of his viewpoints, he articulates himself well. And he'll be intellectually honest. If you corner him and he's wrong on something, he'll concede. He did it earlier, right? Omari moves the goalposts again and again and again, and doesn't even stick to his own conversation, like his own points. That he'll mark the line, and after you corner him at that line and prove him wrong with his own logic, he'll refute it and move the goalposts again, which is not honest as far as having a real discourse, right? If you're going to say you can't have an opinion about somebody after their death, then that should go both ways. Otherwise, don't say it. But you had no problem when the other side was doing it. But if Just has an opinion about him after his death, which is far from celebrating, which is another way that you try to get away from the conversation that we're initially having, that's the first goalpost move. Because first you said he was celebrating. Because he had an opinion about the man, he's celebrating. That's having an opinion. There's a big difference.
Man, they were
like that.
Like,
you didn't have a problem when he had an opinion about other people that were there. Now, mind you,
and I did when they were against the law,
if this becomes against the law on some happens, this man will play. Bitch, you finna get the fuck out if you don't shut the fuck up. And I'm dead ass serious.
Whatever, I don't care.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. Bitch, you keep on fucking playing with people's livelihoods. Now, if something turns out to be illegal with this shit, you done set up on here and play with my name. Bitch, I don't play like that.
Don't forget
You think being antagonistic and making jokes and shit is funny? Bitch, I do not play like that. You will be in court for the rest of your life, ho.
Just don't forget this is.
I promise you, I will turn over every rock to fuck your life up. Don't ever play with me like that, bitch. Anything I said, I stand on. Immediately when he died, I said, I don't believe in people getting shot for what they fucking gotta say. I didn't like him. I said that before he died, and I would be a punk to say I don't believe it after he died. Again, like I said, with the exemption of Gemini and Haitian, I'm consistently one of the realest on this fucking stage, and I stand on whatever I say. You niggas hate yourself, you niggas hate being black, and you want to come and shed that fucking shit on us. Bitch, I will never be pussy, and you'll never threaten me, hoe ass nigga.
Yeah, I'm going to say he did not celebrate the death. Because me and him was talking and said at the same time, Charlie Kirk got shot. Somebody shared the video and I was like, oh, that nigga dead. And the next thing out his mouth, yo, I'm not cool. I don't celebrate people dying. He did not celebrate that man's death, not one fucking time. And has not. It doesn't seem to be a part of his character. And when people did celebrate it, they were immediately reprimanded for those views. And other opinions came out because I started listening to y'all, and then my shit changed. Like, yeah, that's kind of not right. But still, I don't like the shit he said. So, as we say, don't come up here lying on people. For real, y'all playing with people's character, it shows your character when you straight up and down lie on people for entertainment. That's some Real Housewives shit.
I could tell you, I don't lie. Anything happen to me, I promise you, my nigga.
I don't align with most of the things he said, but I'm not celebrating his death, and I'm not happy that man died the way he died. That don't mean I'm celebrating his death.
But here's the thing, we shouldn't even have to say that, okay? Because Democrats have been trying to push for gun reform for a while. And it's only been MAGA and fucking Republicans that have been stalling it. So now that one of yours got shot by someone who also believes in the Second Amendment, what do you want Democrats to do? What do you want the left to do?
They don't want nothing. They just want to sow discontent and shit like that. And now it's a free speech issue when years ago it was a free speech issue on their side. These people are not honest about anything. They just want people who don't think like them to suffer. And in this situation, one of their own did something to one of their own, and they just run around with their heads cut off. So the next thing they're going to do is try to silence us. We don't have the same thing when Al Davis died. I said on the same thing. That he was crazy at the end. And on that, I'm going to say the same thing about Jerry Jones when he died. He wasn't good. I'm not going to celebrate him.
If I don't like Trump now, and I said I don't like him after he passes, does that mean I'm celebrating his death, or that my opinion has never changed?
We live in a whole country full of free speech. Charlie Kirk himself, and TC, I hope you're here and hearing this. Charlie Kirk himself was an advocate for free speech. I'll tell you why. Because when he started Turning Point and throughout the whole Turning Point career, he had to contend with universities not wanting him to come up there because of the type of rhetoric that he had. That's where the term snowflake comes from, when they would call the Democrats snowflakes because they didn't want to debate them, because they didn't want this exact type of rhetoric on their schools. They ended up winning and were able to come because they were under the guise of free speech, the First Amendment. Here we are, when this same person has had an untimely demise, American citizens cannot say, what they feel. Whether it be they hated them, whether they celebrate. This is free speech in our country. And that's what I said the day he died. I would never police nobody for how they feel, whether they're gleeful or whether they're the other boy, the white boy who be on. He's a Democrat. He cried. I made space for that. I have grace for that. However you feel, you get to feel, especially for black people, and I stand by that.
It's nothing like these people. It's just so like fucked up in the head, like real shit, and it's kind of sad and sickening. Because I'm free speech no matter what. I didn't agree with 95% of the shit Charlie Kirk said, but he has a right to say it. And I have a right to not give a fuck about it, but y'all just, I don't know why y'all get off on this so much. Y'all always change it. Like, I can't articulate my thoughts right now, but just my advice, don't even give them niggas the mic. Because you know what they about. I didn't been in here 2-3 weeks and seen Manfinity's character. I didn't seen Omarion's character. Like, I platform these niggas.
Them niggas is dangerous. Them niggas is the hall monitors, the tattletales. Like, bro, you gonna sit up here, and that's why I don't like him, and I didn't like him yesterday, because that type of shit is dangerous. You doing that, trying to say, oh, you said, and then every time you get asked, you can't point to nothing. You just out here trying to throw niggas under the bus.
And that shows something else too. That shows he has no sense of fucking community. Because I can guarantee you, if this was a more fair-skinned space, he wouldn't do that. But he will do that to black people. Or what?
I think he knew you didn't say that. He just trying to throw you under the bus. That's what I really believe.
Yeah, he want to put, like, he did the same. I watched him do the same shit with Brooklyn. And the thing is, people can say what they want to say, bro. Like, they can say, the administration can say, oh, we looking at y'all's social media or whatever. In this country, we have freedom of speech. That's just it. Now, what I said is, I'm not, that's not my style, is I ain't into scary movies. I'm not into gruesome shit like that. And I mean, it just ain't my style to watch somebody. That shit was crazy to watch to me. But I'm not about to lie and say, oh my God, I was distraught. I don't think nobody should be taken away from their kids. I care about kids, so that's a soft spot for me. So I don't really fuck with that. But I'm not about to lie. I was just watching a nigga like 2 days earlier thinking like, damn, his opinions is real fucked up. Is real shitty. Why would I change that? Because he passed.
What's crazy is most people that be putting their mouth on him don't even know who he is. They just learned about him 2 days, 3 days ago. Never even followed the guy. They take clips from from somebody chopping up what he said, putting it together to make it seem as if it's more it's harmful and worse than what he actually said. And that's the clips that people are digesting and thinking they know all about him, and they're going to call him racist and shit like that. The propaganda is really heavy. I've seen Jamal Bryant do it. Do it. Shame on him. He calls himself a pastor. Shame on him. He's bringing shame to the faith. I watched the video where he chops up. Kirk's words to say stuff that he did not say in one sentence, taking parts throughout the video, putting it all together in one video to make it seem as if he's saying, you can take my words and break it up into 4 and 5 different parts and put it all together to make it sound like I'm making one continuous statement when I'm not. And that's exactly what Jamal Bryant did. And he's proliferating that shit across social media. He ought to be ashamed of himself. It's ridiculous.
Hold up.
Do you take yourself seriously?
Hold up. No. You know what's so funny about that? Wasn't that the same thing that the super PACs that was supporting Trump doing to Kamala Harris?
And then shame on them too. It rains on the just and the unjust. It doesn't matter who they are. You don't do that. And you know what? They're not. It's one thing if he was alive. Wait. 1 second. One second. It's one thing to do that when somebody is alive and they can respond to it, they can defend themselves. It's real grimy to do that shit when that person has been assassinated. What type of human being does that shit? Like, you gotta be a cowardly, weak imbecile. Like, impossible of doing anything for yourself to have to chop up somebody else's words, especially when they're dead and they can't defend themselves.
In the world.
How shameful, bro. That's the worst. And to make matters even worse, you're proliferating that shit across social media to get people to convince them that he's worse than what he is. Nobody's perfect. Everybody says stupid shit all the time. And I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that comes out of people's mouths, particularly Kirk. He said some stuff that were problematic. He said some stuff that was probably didn't need to be said. But for you to chop up his words and put it out there for people that never heard of him before to say, oh yeah, this guy's racist, when he can't even defend himself, you're not worthy. You're not worthy of having a debate. They couldn't debate him when he was alive. They wouldn't go to his face. Jamal Bryant and the others wouldn't go to his face and debate him when he had an open invitation for anybody to come. But now that he's dead, you want to become all prolific, and you want to come off mic and you want to be all strong and say, oh, he's racist and all this stuff. Why you didn't say that to his face when he was there?
Somebody a chance to respond, TC.
TC
If somebody gonna respond, one mic on you, whoever gonna respond.
TC, a young man by the name of Parker, he was there to debate him. I mean, they show up.
Great. No, more power to Kirk. More power to Parker.
They will never be shown on air, though, because Parker usually drags the shit out of him, okay, in all his points, which is very unfortunate. We don't get to see it. But Parker also ran for his life the moment he got shot. He also came on video saying how sad he was for his family. He is also very much a progressive and a leftist. He got a lot of lick back, or he got
pushback,
reprimanded by his own constituents, because it was like, why would you empathize with a bigot, right? But he even himself, who has debated him multiple times, who has debated Kirk multiple times, said, listen, shootings, no matter, it is not necessary. We need to do better. We need to do better as Americans. We need to do better as a people. So this thing that you have was saying that leftists are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. It is not that. Some of us feel indifferent and some of us empathize, but nobody is celebrating that. And that is the narrative that a lot of you maggots push, and that is inappropriate. That right there is inappropriate.
Oh, well, more power to Parker. I don't know who you're about calling maggots and stuff like that. That must be more of that. No, you don't know who I am, respectfully. You certainly don't know who I am. And that's that propaganda again that's telling you that somebody that you don't know. You don't know me. So don't call me something that you don't know.
Hey, hold up, man. Hold up. I gotta take control of the stage. Look, this is what we're doing. If y'all gonna have a squabble, that's fine. It's gonna be one-on-one. Ray, mute up. Let the other person finish. No, they were going back and forth, so you had to come in afterwards. I gave you a chance earlier. Juicy responded. So hold up. Just respect the stage, please, Ray. Juicy, if you're gonna respond back and forth with TC, that's fine. Wait till he's finished with his submission, then give yours. And when y'all done, then we'll resume the conversation. That way, otherwise, it's just everybody talking over everybody. It's just chaos. We gotta have structure.
Okay, Gemini, can I say this?
No, let them after them. Let them conclude their dialogue, and then it'll go right back to you, brother. Go ahead, TC.
Very characteristic of the intolerant left. Somebody that doesn't know what she's talking about. Claims to call me maggot and MAGA. Doesn't know who I am. Doesn't know me personally. I never once addressed this, what's her name? Juicy. I've never addressed this juicy person before in my life.
Well,
I don't know her. Excuse me. I don't know her. I've never met her before. I don't know who she is. And she seems to know I'm a maggot and a MAGA and all of this other stuff.
You are.
It's uninformed. It's uninformed. And it's emblematic of what we've seen from the left over and over and over again. And America's tired, which is why the left continues to lose election after election after election. Your presuppositions are grounded in ignorance, but you're so loud and proud with the ignorance, and you're so happy to display the ignorance that you don't see the ignorance for what it is. It's folly, it's foolishness. America laughs at you. But nonetheless, she wants to. That's fine. I'm going to address Parker. Good for Parker. There are decent people on the left that gets chastised from their party when they do decent things because they're not anarchists. The party has been this movement has been taken over by anarchists, Antifa people who wants to assume a position of authority, taking it by force when they don't realize they don't have the strength behind them to take anything. They want to use violence. Violence will be met upon them. Utah is seeking the death penalty against Robinson.
Okay.
Good for you. Congratulations, Left. You put forward your champion. He will die at the hands of the state. I don't know who this Juicy is. I don't want to respond to this Juicy.
Hold on, my mic on Juicy, bro.
And I don't know who this other guy is either that's talking either. You know, barking across the stage and talking and threatening people with lawsuits and shit. He's going to beat somebody's ass. Real big of these people.
Respect the stage, TC. One mic on Juicy.
Wonderful. So Charlie Kirk did not die from an Antifa. Okay, he died from a right-wing nut job who was about an impressionable age, was white. He wasn't trans, he wasn't an immigrant, and he was very much in a Republican state. Okay, let's start there. The violence is coming from your neck of the woods, you fucking weirdo. And yes, I know you. I know you from Lose Room. TC stands for total cuck. It stands for total clown. That is you, my dear asshole of a foolish young man. Okay? Thank you. I yield.
Okay, so you said it was just as repulsive for the Trump super PACs to top up Kamala Harris's words, but I know without a shadow of a doubt you didn't say nothing against that.
It's amazing to me how many people know me here. You guys don't know me. You don't know me.
Let them finish.
I don't know who these
people. Let them finish, TC. Then I'm gonna make sure you don't get interrupted as well. You know I do the same for you, bro. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying, right?
So this motherfucker made me lose my train of thought. But as I was saying, I can guarantee you didn't say anything about them chopping up her words. You also said, I forgot what he said. That's his debate strategy, interrupting me like Trump used to do, shit like that. You said that the left keeps losing elections when they won the one right before the last one. You just making up shit in your head to sound like you really know what you're talking about, but you don't. And I don't have to know you, and I don't want to know you. I can see from your PTRs that you're a Cowboys fan, so I don't want to know you or at all.
Well, at least this gentleman brings some perspective to the conversation that's devoid of personal attacks and ad hominem. So I'm willing to engage with him. I'm not a Cowboys fan. Dak Prescott favors me. So people call me Dak all the time. I use that in my PTR to make fun of Dak Prescott. Number two, the point about the elections, sir, what election are you referring to? The last election we had in this country, federal general election, was in 2024, okay? Donald Trump won that election. Previous to that, you had the midterms in 2022. In 2022, Republicans took more elections than Democrats did by volume, more seats and more, just by sheer number, more elections. State houses went to Republicans. Democrats net lost seats, state houses. Republicans net picked up houses. Senate, net losses by the Democrat, net wins by the Republicans. I think in the House, Democrats picked up a few more seats in 2022, but they still lost the majority. So what election in 2022 did they win? Okay. Hakeem Jeffries, hold on. Hakeem Jeffries is not.
For so long.
Hold on.
Train of thought.
Well, I'm giving you. Listen, brother. I'm giving you facts. If my facts is what's making you lose your train of thought, just write them down. They are 100% correct. Did the Democrats win the House in 2020? Did the Democrats win the House in 2022?
Let me respond.
No. We're not talking about. You said the last election. That's 2022.
The last election was 2024.
No, before, yes, 2024 they lost. 2022 they lost.
I specifically was talking about, and I believe I said the last presidential election before the last one.
No, you didn't say presidential. But if you're correcting it now, that's fine. But
Okay.
if you're criticizing what I said Democrats, I said liberals and the leftists continue to lose election. I'm talking about in recent history. I'm talking about 2024. I'm talking about 2022. I'm talking about even before that 2021. Continue to lose elections.
But you stopped at 2020. Okay, that's fine. You do know that historically, the party that's in power in the executive branch usually loses the midterm elections. It's like historic. That's a historical fact because the power that's in party usually rests while the party that's not in power, they get to sit up and just make accusations and criticize the president. So they usually do really well in the midterm election for that. You do know that, right?
You do know historically presidents typically enjoy 2 terms. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm very
So
much
why
aware of that.
so why didn't this party win 2 terms?
Because it wasn't the same president, and Joe Biden probably has early onset dementia.
I agree with you. And so it was you guys that put him up, and it was you guys that put up Kamala Harris. And even with his early onset dementia, Kamala Harris. She was. You're correct. You're right. You're correct on that. I won't quibble with that. You're 100% correct. You didn't elect her. So why was she selected?